Hey YouTube, this is Wrestling Amusement Park Fan 62. It is Wednesday, um, November 16th at around 5:21. Now, this is WWE versus Impact. Now, I know a lot of people think WWE versus AEW, but I'm doing something different. Now, both of the companies are the same in similar ways and different in others. So let's get started. Um, Now, first of all, arenas. Now, like WWE uses arenas typically like a basketball arena or something like that, or during certain times of the year, they will use stuff like baseball stadiums, football stadiums, stuff like that. Where Impact typically goes for more smaller arenas, so it's like small concert halls and stuff like that. Um, in fact, if you watched Impact Sacrifice earlier this year, they did from the Paris Town Hall in Louisville. So if you take a look at that, you'll see that's very small. So that's the same type of thing. So that's one of the big differences is the arena size. Now, ticket prices are about the same, um, or about now. Now, the other big difference between the two is their schedule, like taping schedules, because unless it's like a major holiday or something coming up, they will typically do it live. Where Impact typically does it, typically, unless it's a pay per view, which I'll get to that here in a second, uh, typically they will do, I think, batches of two at a time. So that's one of the big differences. Pay per views. Now, WWE has four main pay per views they have throughout the year, and that is the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series, where Impact has two, which is Slammiversary, which is typically around like July, August time, and then they will have Bound for Glory, which is in October. Now, B pay per views. Now, this is a tough one because WWE typically has Elimination Chamber. Sometimes this other one varies, but you will have something like No Way Out or something in that ballpark. Um, Now, they will also typically have stuff like Money in the Bank. Um, uh, and typically some others, Hell in a Cell, and all that, where Impact has stuff like Sacrifice, Hard to Kill, um, Hard Justice, and some others. So, as you can see, both have a fair amount of A pay per views and B pay per views. Now, touring is their big one because with Impact, with them taping two shows at a time, that kind of doesn't have them as road as much because of the fact they'll tape two of them at a time for that week and the following week, unless it's a pay per view where WWE will do um, that day. So if it's a Monday, it's Raw, or Friday, it's a SmackDown. But besides that, unless like Christmas is coming up, Thanksgiving is coming up, something in that ballpark, they will typically not tape much unless they have to. Now, the last one is this, and that's overseas stuff. Now, WWE will typically do two Saudi trips a year, typically one in either the winter or early spring, and then they will do one in like October and November. Impact, I don't really think they do that, to be honest. They used to do some shows in Europe. I don't know if they still do that or not. Um, but those are some of the big differences between WWE and Impact.